Guys, I can't believe what happened this trade. In this video, I was holding a trade until the very last minute. I literally had some stress, some ideas, some thoughts to close this trade. I didn't close this trade. I managed this trade until the very last minute, so make sure that you watch it, because after the first half of this video, I'm going to be showing you a trade that had 15 minutes left, and I was holding it from 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, all the way to the very last second. That was right at the money. So it was an at-the-money trade on a QQQ, and I showed you exactly how I managed it until the very last second, the mindset behind this trade, and how I managed it right at the close. What's going on, guys? It's Henry back with the video, and in today's video, I want to talk about selling put options. And as you can see in my other portfolio right now, I have sold a whole lot of puts. Now, I want to specifically go over collecting income on a consistent basis safely and generating gains like this. As you can see here, this portfolio, all my positions currently are making money, even though today is a very massive red day. And yes, I'm even down about $25,000 today. You can still see on a longer term basis, this portfolio right here is generating me consistent income. It's my bread and butter strategy. I mean, it's ham, tomatoes, it's everything. This is literally everything I've been doing to grow my wealth consistently, especially as you hit a bigger account. You can also grow a small account. However, you may want to use spreads. I'll leave you a link about my ultimate spread strategy. But for now, we want to focus on selling puts. As you can see, it's a put, just all puts in this portfolio. I'm using puts because it's the safest way to generate consistent income without really risking too much money in your portfolio. Now, look, I am putting out a lot of capital, but the thing is, I've never actually lost money selling a put option because they're very easy to roll. They're very easy to adjust. They're very easy to turn into a winning play. Even if it's down, I'm going to show you in this video how to make a option that is down into a winner by rolling and managing this position properly. A lot of people think that when you sell a put option and it goes down into the money, you have a problem. Well, not really. As you can see right here, I do have one position currently that is expiring actually today in 30 minutes. So I'm going to show you an example of what I'm going to do with this position. So right now I do have the cash in my portfolio, but for call it generosity or whatever, for the purposes of this video, I'm actually going to roll, even though I do not want to roll. And we will see what happens here, okay? So right now, I actually sold this position because I want to get assigned. I'm trying to accumulate QQQ in my portfolio, and I have a lot of cash. But for example purposes and for you right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this option, and let's pretend that I don't have the cash in my portfolio, okay? This is how you would manage selling puts. I'm going to go A to Z how to sell puts in a little bit, but I first want to talk about rolling. This is a very important topic I've been asked about over and over again, because a lot of people, let's say, for example, some people sell puts on margin and they think it's really risky. Well, that's also a myth. There's so many myths that are sold to us, option traders, and that's because of all the advertisements, whatever. There is a very specific way that I go about this. So let's go into for example, this is sold. So what I need to do is I need to actually buy it. Also, some platforms will allow you to actually roll this position by clicking into it. So what I'm going to do right now, and I don't always use TD Ameritrade, I know they're moving over to Schwab, is I would need to buy this and I would need to open up a new trade. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to the option chain itself because I don't always. So let's go to this. Let's go to option chain. Okay. So right now, you will notice that I have a position that is expiring today, April 12th, as I'm making this video. But of course, you're watching this in the future. It's totally okay to copy my logic. Like, you want to mirror success. I've been doing this for 10 years. That's why I have so much, capital in my two portfolios. They're both 7 figures because I've grown them over time. It's taken time. This did not happen overnight. That's why I hate people with the wrong mindset that they think they're going to get rich. No, I like to work with people that have the safe mentality of, I want to retire, I want to generate income, I want to maybe travel, take care of my family. Say you have a sum of money, 50K, you don't know what to do with it, 100K, you're thinking about what business to start. Well, option trading is the easiest one. It's like literally the easiest one. I'm literally traveling the world and doing option trading online. So let's go to, for example, this one's expiring on the 12th. So I would roll this out to the future. So for example, instead of the 12th, I will go out by, let's say, 28 days, okay? Because, listen, you can you can actually roll an option out for whatever time period that you want. There is no specific date. For me, I like 4 weeks, roughly 4 weeks, because it's a good sweet spot. Okay, the sweet spot is this. You have to wait 4 weeks, but you get to roll down and give yourself more cushion and also collect income. Okay, so if I go to May 10th, look, you can go for June, you can go for July, you'll actually get paid more. So if I go to May 10, you'll see here that I can take this 439 option. All right, if we take a look at the 439, currently the price is $1.33. Okay, so I would have to buy it back for 133. But look, if I buy it back for 133, how much am I going to get paid? Well, right here you can see that I can get paid a lot more, $7.77. That's literally $6. $6. Okay, I have 15 contracts here. That's going to be like $90, okay? 6 times 15 is 90. It's 100 shares. So like 90, that's like $9,000, okay? So I already made $2,000 and I can make $9,000 more dollars. Like literally $9,000 more dollars I can make. So for example, what I would do, and each platform is different. Some platforms let you do this in one trade. For me, what I would do here is I would actually manually close out this trade. To be honest, it's really not advantageous for me to do it, because the whole reason I opened up this position is because I'm running the wheel strategy, right? The wheel strategy is this: you sell puts, you collect income. If the stock goes down, then you buy the stock, and that's perfectly okay, because in the wheel strategy, you sell puts until you get assigned, not panic when you get assigned. Until you get assigned, you're actually happy. You're actually happy to get assigned, because for me, I've been waiting for QQQ to kind of pull back so I can jump into it. Now that it is pulling back, I'm actually happy to buy it. But if I was not happy to buy it, and I was not running the wheel strategy, and I was just running a pure sell put strategy here, which is very similar, right? Selling puts is very similar to running the wheel, because the wheel starts off by selling puts. It's the same thing, okay? Both of these strategies look the same when you get in, all right? So I would switch this from 439 to 435, for example. If I go to 435, you will see right here, I'm just going to go for a market order. I don't like any of these other orders. Some people do limit, some people do stock market orders, stop limit orders. Look, for me, I just go market. Okay, if you have a good broker, do your research. You're not really going to get screwed over much, okay, or at all, right? Some free brokers, yeah, they'll maybe give you a disadvantaged pricing, so you might not get the best execution price. The bid-ask spread price you can't really control, but whatever. Let's go for market. It's the most simple, and honestly, that's the only one that I do. Actually, what I meant to do was I need to change the order. I would change this order to 15 contracts, okay? And yeah, you review the order, and there you go. Here it's $11,000, but it's going to cost me, for example, $2,000 to close this. Now, I've already made $2,000, but it's going to cost about $2,000 more dollars to close. I just know that because 15 here times $1.51, that's going to be like 2.2K, okay? And you can also see that I made 50%, so the 50% remaining is also around $2,200, okay? So that's why here I can make like $9,000 just by rolling this down. Now, the first step is close this and then open this one. So that's exactly how you would do a roll. Okay, I can also show you a quick, easy roll in Robinhood. I have 2 portfolios. By the way, my portfolio is almost at 2.1 million. All right, it's been awesome. It's been amazing time for me, especially because I have a few options that really went well. And I also shared them in my Discord community. So if you did want to schedule a call or just learn more about it, do click the first link. I'm still coaching. I've been coaching for a very long time. It's almost boring at this point, but we get results. I'm happy to share. I'm happy to help. I don't know what else I would do with my life. So yeah, go ahead, click the first link. More than happy to help you see all my trades and coach you. So let's look at, wow, this is amazing, guys. This is really interesting because specifically the market has 23 more minutes. I did do a shorter term sell put. So yeah, we're going to actually see a very interesting scenario right now. Very, very interesting. I have been doing a little bit of 0 DTE sell puts on QQQ. Okay, now this is very interesting. You're about to be like, wow. So actually 3 days in a row, I have sold QQQ puts. All right, so let's see. The first one I did was April. Well, I've been selling puts before, so I was pretty profitable actually before. But this was March 27. Well, actually, yeah, this counts. This is all of my currents. Okay, this is all the older stuff. And you can see older stuff. I opened up. This is actually an open position I still am making money on. But look, here's the current positions, all right? Here's like most recent as I'm making this video. I sold put on QQQ 429. It expired on April 5th, okay? I made $1,180. This one was very safe. It was very out of the money. This was ultra conservative. This is ultra safe. This is when I talk about my students that make $6,000 a month on $300,000. This is the type of stuff that he does, all right? Now, I went a little bit more aggressive. We're going to talk about this right now. Look, I sold QQQ 429 put 4.5 expiration. Boom. This is good, okay? This was like over a week, all right? So it took over a week to make that much. That's not that much money. But look, now I did dailies. I did daily expiration, all right? This is something that I think it's a little bit more advanced, but again, in this video, if you're watching to this point, congratulations, you have an attention span. You're going to be successful at trading because it's very good. I'm going to show you even more important things to keep in mind. Look, so sell QQQ 43749, okay? This is, I sold on 49 and it expires on 49, same day. Made 780, boom, it was good. I made the money, good, made my daily profit. The next day, I did it again. I did QQQ 436 put 410, okay? If we want to talk about technical analysis, I'll link you a video below as well. But I usually cover that in Discord because it just depends. It depends on many factors. And it's not a simple concept. But look, pretty simple. I saw support. I didn't think it would go below 436 or 437 that day. So 780, 1145. The next day I did, again, 411. I did 437. I kept going. This time it's a little bit volatile in my premium collection. By the way, I'm making all this money for free. I'm not even using my capital. 620. You see, I collected 620, 20 contracts. Amazing. Amazing. Then today, I did in the morning, okay, I collected $780 and QQQ took a pretty big tumble, okay? I'm going to show you right now what's happening to QQQ. It took a tumble. I was out, just came back. And you can see here, as I was away, the index, the ETF here, it took a bit of a tumble. If I look at the chart, you will see that over the 1-day chart, it did move quite a lot. All right, on the 5-day, you can see that we have had a pretty big decline from 446 down to 437 with the RSI right in the middle. Now, I'm not afraid, okay? I was thinking to close this position. You see, I collected 780. This is really good. $700 to $1,000 a day, okay? But, QQQ today is down. For me, I was thinking about closing it, but I have iron hands, right? Diamond hands, whatever they call it. I do not want to close because for me, the optimal return that I get is waiting until expiration. The longer you wait, the better. Now, this was down a lot more before. Now it's pulling up. And yes, I will likely take a loss here. And we have the next, 19 minutes as I'm making this video. I'll educate you. We'll come back to this. So let's just hold this for now. So look, several positions that I have right now are expiring later in the month, in 2 months, in 3 months, in 4 months. You shouldn't be afraid of selling puts that expire far out because it's really truly passive income. It's passive income to just sell a put option and hang out and wait because as long as it's out of the money, you're good. And even if it goes into the money, that's not really an issue, especially if you like the stock. So, I took like a couple minutes break and as you can see, the position here is already popping up. Now, I'm not necessarily a genius. Like I didn't know that this was going to happen, but what I do know happens is there's lots of overreactions in the market. And yeah, it's interesting because I'm right here at the money, right? There's 438. It's at 438.11. It was just under. It's actually pulling back up. So this is like amazing, right? Right now, in the next 17 minutes, as I'm making this video, when the market closes, if it closes above, I'm good. But look, even if it closes below, so I was debating with myself, should I close this position or should I leave it open? If I don't close the position and it ends below 438, I will get assigned a lot of contracts. And honestly, I don't have the cash in my account. If I go into my account right now, I go to investing, you will see here that I only have $186,000. And the QQQ position I have is pretty big. Like the position here for 438 times 20 is going to be almost $900,000. So I would be on margin I would have to pay, which I really don't want to do. So that's why, this was actually unplanned. You can see right now, QQQ 438 put, intraday, it actually went as high as 153. So this would have been a pretty big loss had I panicked and closed. In fact, at 153, if I had closed the 20 contracts, that would have been like over $3,000. So imagine if I was staring at my portfolio all day instead of following my simple rules of waiting until the last 30 minutes of the market, then I would have probably panicked and I would have probably closed around these levels. I would have said, oh my goodness, I'm going to lose money. And I would have lost $3,000. But the difference between a mediocre trader and a really top level trader is their emotional ability to wait and analyze the situation. So for me, I knew that's going to be beneficial to wait until expiration because, at Goldman Sachs and all the hedge funds that I worked at, I just saw the data. And when I was crunching the data and doing analysis, I really did see that options are more profitable when you wait until the last moment. So as time is going right now, as I'm making this video, you can see here that essentially this option is going to nothing. It's going to zero. And that's actually a function of two things. So not only is time running out here as I'm making this video, there's 14 minutes left. But also one of the biggest things is that QQQ is actually genuinely pulling up. And you will see that quite often in the market. When the market starts off red, it will typically continue to go red, but not as much. Like I wasn't expecting. So look, it opened up around, like the market opened up around 441. I usually don't expect more than a 1% move. So you can see here how the market opened up at negative 0.91, but then it's ending less bad than negative 1.91. So typically when the market opens up, it's very rare for it to go down another 1% from the market open. So a lot of bad stuff can happen pre-market, which is why I actually sometimes don't mind doing the zero DTE strategy, especially on QQQ, just opening it up during the day. And also, I don't really open it up during the first hour. I will typically wait until 11 a.m. So today, I think I opened this up at 11 a.m. actually. So if we look at my history, you will see how this strategy is really profitable. Let's go right here. I opened this up at 11:56 a.m. Eastern time. So I actually waited until 11:56. So let's see how good I was with the timing. I had seen that 11:56. So I actually caught it up. Wow, look at this. Wow. I actually caught it at a pretty bad time. So I actually thought it would recover. But this strategy is just so good. And my ability to hold it here, this last 15 minutes is so strong that it can even make up for not optimal entry. So this was not optimal entry. Obviously, this would have been a lot better. Actually, I would have got paid probably so much more. Let's actually see how much I would have got paid had I waited. I only got paid, so I went for $1.08. I got paid 39 cents. So yeah, quite a lot of volatility here in terms of how much you get paid per day. And we can see now that it's pulling back down a little bit. But, for me, and usually I don't even do this. I'm only doing this today for this video. To be honest, what I would do is I would just close my laptop and forget about it. And on Monday, if I got assigned, and then at that point, what I would do is I would manage the strategy by selling some covered calls if I have the cash available. Now, in my case, since I don't have the cash available, I would close the position for a potential loss, or I would do a one-day wheel strategy. So I would do a one-day wheel, basically the opposite of what I'm doing here. So my TD account, when I get signed, then I will just sell really long-term, long-dated call options. I'll go out 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, even 6 months. Now for the zero DTE strategy or QQQ, what I will do is I will just do one day, especially because I don't have the capital. So I'm just going to do one day out. And yeah, it's pretty good. So as we end off the day here, it looks like another successful day of selling put options. And honestly, if I had to pick one strategy and I could only do one thing, it really would be selling puts because, well, you can get rich with puts. You can make passive income. You can sell them consistently. You can get lower entry prices than the current stock market. So the current stock market can be, $100. You can sell 95 puts. So you get paid more than you can actually collect good income and buy stocks cheaper than anyone else can. So why wouldn't you do selling puts? It's like the ultimate passive income. It's also the ultimate value investing strategy. If you're a value investor and you look at options as they're risky, you straight up just don't know how to invest. We can see here there's a lot of volatility, especially in the last 10 minutes. There's a lot of fighting going on, I guess, between traders on the ETF. Also, one thing I do want to say, and I probably should close this position, is that in the last 10 minutes, a lot of people don't really want to hold the stock over the weekend. So I will say that not everyone wants to hold over the weekend. Therefore, you can see quite a bit of selling in the last 10 minutes. Now, let me just refresh the screen real fast, and let's also refresh on Yahoo Finance. I did a lot of coaching today, so my voice is kind of hurting at the moment, but let's go to 1 day, and we can see here how, yeah, it's really interesting what will happen. We can also go to shorter time. We can go to like the 5-minute chart, 10-minute chart, but I don't really find it that useful to obsess. I'll just actually talk about my TD Ameritrade account a little bit more while we wait until expiration here. One of my favorite stocks is Google, Amazon, all these tech stocks that I really like. They are my bread and butter. Like, I don't really want to trade anything else because, well, this portfolio specifically is more of my passive income where I really truly only trade once a month or a couple times a month. And yeah, it's more for my large account. Here, I'm trading a lot of small account strategies. I'm doing basically everything under the sun. I'm doing some Starbucks. I'm doing Palantir. I'm doing Snapchat. I'm doing Starbucks. I'm doing Apple, Walmart. I actually recently bought PayPal. Looks like PayPal is kind of going down a bit here. PayPal is detracting. I actually started off the day with being positive on PayPal, and now it's going down. But I had some really good covered calls. So I have some good covered calls here that are creating some cushion. I mean, not enough cushion at the moment, but they have generated me $1,000 where I'm down in the stock about, $1,500, $1,600. So yeah, covered calls are also fantastic and a good part of the wheel strategy. So taking a look at my watch list, I also am looking at Disney, NVIDIA, which I think is pretty expensive, but we'll see what happens with NVIDIA. Meta, it looks like overall the stock market is just really down today, and you guys can see that I'm pretty much flat. So I'm very proud of my ability to hedge my portfolio. I'm very proud of how I can hold ground in my portfolio, and on red days I really don't experience much volatility. While some of these stocks are down a whole lot, and the S&P, Neo's in the dumpster. I'm glad I got out of Neo at $10 per share, and I haven't touched the stock ever since. I haven't even made videos on Neo ever since. I just lost a lot of confidence in China, so I currently don't have any of those companies. So yeah, it looks like everything's just selling off here in the last few minutes. And one thing that I am kind of debating is, should I actually end up closing this position as we get into the last final minutes? See here how I am still up, well, $75, $135, $165. I'm asking myself, would it be wise to just can I cut this and say, I'll have a good weekend? So at this point, in the last few minutes at plus 210, I think this is going to be a good time to get out. So go here at 438, and I will go ahead and buy to close 20 contracts. I will go for a close of, let's see, I sold it for 39, and given where, well, look, look, it's above 438. It's above. I mean, what? We can't wait 5 minutes. We can't wait 5 minutes right now to see what happens here. 438.05. 03. Fourth. Okay. We're at, wow, 438.01. 438.06. You guys can see right now that theta in the last 5 minutes is kicking in a little bit harder. It's kicking in even a little bit harder than the price action itself. As long as the price action kind of stays steady here. Now we're getting a bit of a fall. 160, 180, 200. Nice. So, yeah. And by the way, options expire on Saturday, actually. So they expire on Friday, but there's still some after hours movement. So I'm probably going to try to close. I'm going to probably try to close in the next 2 minutes here at 3:59 p.m. I'm going to probably close this out. 3:59 p.m. So right now, if I were to close this out, it would be would cost me roughly, 30. It would cost me about 30, 28, 25, 26. So, yeah. But yeah, generally, like I said, I wouldn't really play this game. I would just either shut my laptop or I would decide to just close the position myself. But this is probably like a rare time where kind of having fun with it. Like we can see here on the screen, let me zoom in here. 438.13 feels kind of like a little holiday here. Will I make my $780 for the day or not? I mean, obviously, my portfolio as a whole generates more than that. Think anywhere from, I mean, I'm going after safe strategies right now, so I'm after safe passive income, like 2%. It's like $40,000 a month. But it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to take a look at a position like this and just do like a shorter term. So I guess you got to see both my short-term strategy and my long-term strategy today. You got to see both portfolios. Also my small account strategy. I mean, all this stuff I always do in my Discord community. I'm showing all my trades, working with the members, making sure that, they're profitable, they're learning, and some people just decide to copy because they're so busy, have so many professionals. Here we are, 18 cents. We got 2 minutes left. But yeah, Discord community has been really good. I do coaching Mondays and Wednesdays. We have 4,000 people that have been successful with it. I'm very proud and thankful that so many people have trusted me and gotten about 2,000 testimonials at this point. So I'm really passionate, happy about this. And yeah, at the end of the day, the hardest thing to do is just to hold the position. Like, it's not always easy. Actually, I wonder what exact time it is. It is 3:58 Eastern. I'm out in Europe at the moment, traveling around, enjoying life a bit, treating myself, learning more about other areas, health, wealth, love, happiness, all those areas of life that are important, not just money. See here that I'm up $400. Okay, 340, 380. Okay, going back and forth. Now it's 359, guys. So look, this is probably one of the most interesting positions, but I think I'm gonna end up cutting this position, and I won't make the full amount today, but I'll be pretty happy. So buy to close, 20 contracts, and I will try to buy it for 0.19. Now, in this last minute, you can really get a whole lot more. You can see I'm not really rushing. Boom, we're down to 15, down to 16. We're down to 16 cents, okay? And down to 15 cents, down to 13 cents is going to be like a big countdown right now. So you see, like, okay, I don't see even the point of closing it now. We are down to 12. Okay, I think we have, less than 60 seconds to go. Less than 60 seconds, 16 cents, 13 cents. Okay, we have less than 60 seconds to go, and the market closed. Okay, so the market, I think, is officially closed. There's going to be some after hours action. Most likely, I will be very successful on this trade. I cannot control the weekend, but this trade ended up doing very good. So 7 cents, boom. I can't even buy it back now. Or no, I can buy it back now for, look, 6 cents. Look at this. All the people that would panic, look, don't panic. Listen to Uncle Henry. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Join the Discord by clicking the first link. And enjoy the profits. Enjoy the good plays that I have for you. Here's just another one. I'm pretty happy today. Okay, we're at 660 in profit. 660 total return. This is good. This is fun. This is fun stuff, winning, eating together, small account trades, medium account trades, large account trades. Focus on beginners, everyone. This is good. Okay, so market's closed. Have a fantastic weekend, and I hope you learned a lot in this video.